So we had breaking news this morning about the Super Bowl halftime show. It's the weekend.
What?
Who knew? So we didn't actually do what we were supposed to do at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God we have an after show.
That's right.
Because we can actually talk about this.
There we go.
This has to do with getting a tattoo of your ex, but it's not like when you were together. It's after the fact. Does that make any sense? It doesn't to me. Let's get into that.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 Podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part. Looking for the after party with it going. The show's after show starts now.
Yeah, man, it's always really risky to get a human being's name tattooed on your body, unless they're family.
Yeah.
You know, because if you be in love like you wouldn't believe, like this is the love of my life. I mean, I can't imagine my life without this person. And then 10 years down the line, shit, they cheated on me, and I got their fucking name tattooed on my neck.
A piece of shit.
What the hell do I do?
My buddy, one of my close friends, Doug, has an ex tattooed on his neck.
Oh, God.
And
His neck?
Yeah, and they were together, and then they broke
Were they
up.
married?
No, they
They weren't even married?
They were just
How
boyfriend and girlfriend.
long? How long were they boyfriend girlfriend?
That's a couple years. She, and they don't. The whole time I've known them, they haven't been together, and I've known them 8 years.
Happened to The Undertaker.
Excuse me?
The Undertaker, you know?
I thought you were going to
Excuse
name
me?
No,
like a
no.
friend.
He had his
Who doesn't
ex-wife.
relate to The Undertaker?
He had his ex-wife named Sarah tattooed on his throat.
Uh-oh.
They got divorced.
Oh, no.
What do you do with a throat tattoo?
Yep.
It's tough.
That's fucking brutal,
Yeah,
man.
That
that's-
is pretty
that's
brutal.
Luckily,
hard.
he's from Death Valley, and he's the phenom, so he's able to get it removed pretty easy, right?
That's so true. I guess. I don't know. He's dead.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes
risky.
sense.
Risky.
Did Paul Bearer do the artwork?
I don't think so. He's dead too.
Robert had his ex tattooed on his arm.
Shut up.
Yeah, and the cover-up job that happened there was done.
Epic?
Well,
It was done in prison.
It was a hot pen from prison.
Oh,
It
my
was,
God.
It was just scribbled. It was just
For
black.
real?
Like it was just
Like-
blacked out. Like there was no design written over it. It's just like in this space in between the designs where her name was written, it's just fucking black. It's
What?
horrible.
I mean,
oh my
No
gosh.
effort whatsoever went into it. Can't see the name anymore though.
Oh.
So that's
are
that.
you happy
but-
about that?
yeah, I guess.
Would you care if the name was still on there? Would it bother you? The
Um,
most jealous person I've ever
Oh,
met.
ever in world in
Yeah,
life.
Like if she'll right now say no, probably not.
but she
it was a
definitely
different time, blah blah blah. But she would fucking care.
Oh, she would
Yeah.
hate it.
She in his sleep, she'd cut it off of
Yeah.
his skin,
Yeah.
and then burn it.
Yes.
Or
that is so
eventually
true.
she'd be like, you need to get that removed. If you're going to be the
Robert.
if you're the father of my child, you need to get that removed.
Robert. Here she
I-
goes. Here she goes.
I feel like you have to be with somebody for a while in order to
What's a while?
be able to like say take that off or cover it up.
Well, you've been with him 10 years.
10 years.
Is that a long enough time? To say
Not
that?
long enough.
I don't
Are
know.
you for real
It's
right
the
now?
mother of his child.
You're the mother of his current child,
Yeah. I mean, I know that there's no feelings there anymore.
so he could have a tattoo of an ex.
I don't.
Is she fucking serious?
She's full of shit.
I
The
feel
guy-
like
the
he
guy
would
would
get
take-
it removed himself. I wouldn't have to
But
tell
if he
him to.
didn't, is
But if
what
he
I'm
didn't,
saying.
yeah.
You don't have a problem with it.
It
She-
probably
she-
wouldn't. I
We're
wouldn't.
close to
The
cover,
guy,
man.
yeah,
I
the
wouldn't
guy,
be
the
the-
guy works with somebody 30 years younger than him, and
Yeah.
she's like, something's happening
I'll
between
fucking
them.
kill her. Like, what?
Well, she's around. That's different.
Totally.
This is somebody you boned.
I wouldn't be my favorite. It wouldn't be my favorite thing.
Well, we know,
It
obviously.
wouldn't be my favorite.
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
you're so cool, man.
like it that
You're
much.
so
Wow.
Well, yes. So when you get a tattoo of whoever you're in love with
Yeah.
and you break up, that's a regrettable thing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But what if you were to get a tattoo with your ex's name after you broke up and you were with somebody else? Is that cool? Is that cool?
That doesn't even make sense.
No,
Eddie.
it doesn't.
No,
No, it doesn't.
No.
But that was what happened on a Reddit thread, and it's very confusing.
Yeah. So, like, when I first saw the headline, I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. That can't be real. But then when I read it, I'm like, oh, I kind of see what's happening here. Don't know how I feel about it, but a lot of people had opinions. So this couple engaged. Their wedding supposed to be happening in January, but it has since been postponed due to something that has recently transpired.
Oh boy.
So the woman, the fiance, she, of course, just like other people, this isn't her first boyfriend. She has had ex-boyfriends in the past. And one of the ex-boyfriends that she was kind of serious with, but broke up years ago, they have remained friends because when you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, lots of times you share the same friends. Sounds like what happened here, and their breakup wasn't ugly, so they decided we're going to stay friends and we're going to keep the same friends. So they were in the same friend circle for years now, right? Well, turns out the ex recently, all of a sudden, died in some sort of like tragic way. They don't say how, but it kind of sounds like a car accident or something like that. So all the friends are broken up because I guess this is a group of friends that hangs out on the reg, and they're all grieving together. And one of the friends made a suggestion that pretty much all the friends thought was a great idea, that in honor of their friend that has passed away, who also happens to be the ex-boyfriend, they will all get his name tattooed on their wrists in remembrance of their friend.
Okay.
So when the fiance, the man, hears, what? You are going to be my wife in a couple months.
Yeah, but she's not in this.
Well, no, she's one of the friends. She's in the friendship circle of
She's
all the
Monica.
friends who have said, we want to get this tattoo.
I know, but she's excluded because they were together.
But no, she's part of the friend. She's no different than any of the other friends that are in the group. She's mourning with all of them. She wants to do something in remembrance. And when everybody else was on board with this tattoo idea, she thought, okay, great. As a group of friends, this is what we're going to do. But when she told the man she's about to marry, he didn't see it as a group of friends
well, no.
remembering a friend.
Yeah.
He sees it as a woman who is about to be his wife wants to tattoo her ex-boyfriend's name on her wrist so he will see it every single day.
Listen, that's insane. I'm sorry. Like that's a nice sentiment. I get it, and you guys were still friends, but that's not reality. Reality was you were together. You're about to marry me. And so if that's more important to you to do that, go for it. We ain't getting married then. Because that doesn't make any sense.
Now, what if it's not a name? What if it, like...
His face.
Yeah. A black piece.
Yeah, face on her breast.
His cock measurement.
That's fine.
Yeah, like what if it like was a symbol? What if all the friends decided, I mean, they decided on the name, but let's just pretend that they decided like the eagle or something. I don't know.
You couldn't come up with anything better than that.
Oh, bro, he
A
loved
star.
fucking eagles. I don't know.
Fucking eagle.
There's a surfer. Maybe put a wave on.
Okay, like a wave. Whatever you want.
Eagle.
I thought an eagle would be fucking
Eagle.
cool. I don't know.
From Philadelphia.
I thought it would be fucking cool. I don't know.
All
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
But whatever it is, the eagle, the ocean, the fish, I don't fucking care. Would that be any different or still the exact same thing?
I wouldn't care for it.
Okay.
Because I know what it symbolizes. And,
Yeah,
I mean, it's uncomfortable.
Right.
I don't want to be reminded of your ex-boyfriend every time I look at your wrist. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't think that makes me a crazy, jealous guy or whatever. I just don't like it. Like, if you did it before we were together, totally different, totally understandable. It is what it is. I got to live with it.
Yeah.
But you're not with me. And so we've chosen to be together. You're not with this guy anymore. Okay? I'm very sorry he passed away. That's a bummer. But why do you need to do this? Why?
Platonic friend,
'Cause-
same situation.
Yeah.
They were never boyfriend, girlfriend. Do we care?
No.
Okay, so it's just the fact that they were boyfriend, girlfriend years
His
ago.
dick has been inside of her. And now my dick is going to be inside of you for the rest of your life. Sorry, it changes things.
Yeah.
It just does.
Yeah.
But your dick's in there, bro. You're the current dick. Isn't that good?
That's cool.
That's
I
yeah,
like
it's
I
in
like
there.
being the current dick.
It's in there.
But why do I
But
need
if
to be
you're-
reminded of old dick?
And if you're getting married and I say to you, hey, I'd rather you not do that, and you say, well, I'm going to do it, well, then we're not going to get married because clearly
You don't respect my
you don't
wishes.
respect my opinion, and I don't think that that's cool. And clearly if
Oh,
so,
you're so insecure, Thor.
No, it's
You're
just-
so jealous.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I feel like it's another guy that you had sex with that's going to be tattooed on you after when we're about to get married. That's just I agree with Eddie. That's so crazy to me that you would want to do that. Can't you honor him in another way? Like it makes me feel like he means more to you than I do.
It does.
And
make
we're about
me
to
feel
get married.
uncomfortable. Like
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
It makes me think twice
Oh, wow.
about what's going on. That's great. Your little group of friends can do it. Go ahead.
But I'm one of the friends.
You're marrying me, though.
But that guy was my friend.
But I'm your best friend, right?
Honestly, I'd be weirded out that you guys were still friends.
I mean,
Oh, you wouldn't even have liked that.
I wouldn't
No,
love that
scenario.
either.
That's
but it
fucking
is what it
weird,
is,
dude.
you know?
Oh my goodness! Wow.
I don't know. You're being oddly silent, Emily. What do you
Yeah,
think?
what's going on over there?
I'm just trying to put together the way I feel about this in my head.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Way before I met Robert. No. Anyway, I had a boyfriend that we were living together. We were really serious. There was lots of engagement talk. I was very, very close with his family. He was close with my family. I really loved this man. We were off and on at a certain point towards the end because we were having some trouble. And so we were like broken up, but still kind of seeing each other
Wait, what
at
is-
this
what
time.
is-
It's called On
So
a Break.
She
On a
literally
break.
has just gone from
No,
like
but this is Emily.
Yeah.
Everything. Remember,
So-
things are always legit, and then they're really not.
Oh.
and
My
then your
point is
Halloween
he was
costume
very,
this,
very
and then-
important,
I'm not. I mean,
I get that, but
listen,
you said
okay.
you just said two
you're
different
together,
things.
but you're not, and then you're this, and you're most in love, and then you're not, and then I don't know. It's hard to.
We were very, very close. Okay.
At one point.
Yeah,
At
at
one
one
point.
point.
But then
And
at
then
the end,
things
you
started
hated each other.
falling apart.
Okay.
And so we were like still, hanging out and trying to decide if we wanted to be together or not.
But not together.
But not together. So I moved out and all this other stuff.
Got it.
Yeah.
And at that point, I got a horrible phone call to find out that he was dead.
Ooh.
And that was really, really hard on
But
me.
you weren't together at the time.
We weren't together at the time.
Okay.
And one of the worst things ever, like I had to go through because I really cared about him.
Because did that make you feel worse about not being together?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
bet.
I felt like I didn't get a chance to get closure and be for sure done with him, or he for sure done with me. Like we hadn't really had
I get that.
It's over
Yeah.
forever talk
Right.
yet.
Right.
So that was really fucking hard.
Ugh.
So had I had found somebody right away or a little bit after, say it was Robert at that time, and we were going to get married and then didn't have a 10-year engagement.
Like a year later.
Yeah, I was really close with all of his friends, the guy that passed. And if all of the friends that I was still friends with and still am friends with and still talk to them once in a while said we're going to get a tribute tattoo for him, I would really, really want to do it. I would really, really
Now,
want to.
again, think about what you're saying. You're now in love with somebody else,
Yeah.
and you're going to get married to him. You
Yeah.
still feel that way?
Well, like in the Reddit thread,
Uh-huh.
they were hanging out still. The
As
girl,
friends.
the girl was hanging
Yeah.
out with friends still. I'm assuming if you're engaged with somebody the fiance was probably hanging around that group too. I would assume. Like I don't
Yeah.
think that she was going.
Totally.
That's the way I read it. Is that maybe they all went out to a bar, watched a game somewhere, and
Right.
he probably came too.
Okay.
So I think that's giving a little bit of consent and okay. Because he's okay with her hanging out with his friends and him because he was still alive when she was still
but you're
hanging out
wrong.
with him.
But you're wrong.
Oh.
Because he's saying, I don't like this. So there is no consent.
I
don't know
understand what he's
you're
saying
talking-
now, but he was okay with hanging out with her and him in the same room before, I'm assuming.
You're making assumptions.
I am making an assumption.
But even if that is the case, that doesn't mean I want his name tattooed on your body.
I understand
That's
that.
permanent.
I understand that. But that's a pretty fucking tragic thing to go through.
Sure.
And
You can mourn. I understand.
I feel like everybody grieves in their own way, and he's passed, so there's no chance I'm ever going to get back together with him. But that was an intense thing that I went through.
You're gonna put somebody else's name who you were in love with on your body as you're about to marry me. You don't understand that that's like massively inappropriate? I feel for you. I really do. Like that sucks.
Yeah.
That is tragic. But you're moving on, right? We're moving on and having a life together, right?
Yes.
Okay, then why do you need to do that?
Because it's something that I feel like I need to do.
Why?
Because of the closeness I had with all of my friends, and we're all doing it as a let's do this. Let's this is the way we're all going to commemorate.
So they're
our
more
memory.
important than I am. The guy you're about to marry. That's how I would look at it.
Really?
I'm
I
glad
feel
that
like
they're more important than I am. That's how I'd look at it.
But you guys talk about moving on, and I feel like this is part of the grieving and moving on.
But you're never
process.
moving on. It's always
Yeah,
there.
it's
No,
always
but
gonna
it's
be
part
there,
of the
though.
grieving process. It's part of getting the hurt out and doing something that you.
We can't do a candlelight vigil.
How the fuck
I don't
is
know.
getting a name tattooed on your arm part of the
You'll
moving
never
on
move
process?
on. Yeah.
You'll never move on.
It's
It's always going to be
permanent.
there. When your kids get older and they ask, "Mommy, why is Joe tattooed on your
Yeah,
arm?"
what's that all
Oh, No, it's a guy
Who's Joe?
it's a dick I used to suck back in the
mean,
day.
why
We
would you
remained
say
friends.
that? Why
We
would you
remained
say
friends.
that?
Why did you say that to your kid?
We were-
Oh my god!
He gave,
That's
little
crazy.
Stevie, he gave me much better dick than your daddy. I'll tell you that right now.
Why would you
That's a
psycho?
horrible thing to say.
You're
Your
psychos.
child.
It's a little extreme.
I mean, that's awful.
It's fucked up,
Emily.
man.
Reed, I would
It's
never
fucked
say
up.
that. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Wow.
I don't know why you guys would do that.
I don't get it. What do you think, Sky?
I get the name thing is tough, and I am. It's so hard because I can honestly see both sides because when my mother-in-law passed, we all talked about getting a tattoo together, and I felt like if we did, it was going to be therapeutic and it was going to help us grieve.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So I feel like that can apply to anyone, whether
You're
it's
wrong.
an ex or I feel like
That's incorrect. Your mother-in-law is somebody who's part of your family. You ain't going anywhere. But an ex is an ex.
I get you're
That's
saying
such
they're
a
different.
massive difference.
I get you're saying they're different humans, but what I'm saying it would help my grieving process, regardless of if it's a relative, an
But,
ex,
Sky,
a friend.
People die.
I'm talking about me.
People die
Yeah.
all the time. Not everybody gets a tattoo to get through it.
But-
so you can get through this without having to get a tattoo.
I can, but I
You
would
don't want to?
No, I would feel better. It would help me. Like some people get
How?
through life.
You're so like it
Some
doesn't
people
make
get through
sense,
life
dude.
without therapy.
But you
some
didn't-
people
you
benefit
didn't.
from therapy.
You didn't get the tattoo of your mother-in-law.
No,
How'd
I
you
didn't.
get through it? How did you do it?
I just said
don't
you
know.
can,
Oh!
but if something fuck you, if something makes you
Such a
feel
stupid
better,
argument.
Fuck me?
yeah. But here's the thing. The name I get. Like that's I can compromise on the name thing, but I'm not gonna not get the tattoo. You know what I like? We can compromise on a
Oh, well, then
symbol.
we're not gonna get married.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What if it was that? What if your man goes, if you're gonna choose to do that, then maybe we shouldn't be together. You're still
Then-
gonna do it?
That's a fucking discussion because if I'm
Oh, there is no discussion.
If
You just
I'm-
heard what Thor said.
if I'm grieving and you have no fucking
That's not-
sympathy
you're-
for it,
See, that's crazy.
bullshit.
That's I do have sympathy. I just would
Massive
like if
sympathy.
you didn't get a tattoo of another man right before we get married.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
you have no
sympathy.
sympathy, Thor.
And that's not true. I've been there for you since day
you
one.
bastard.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, I feel the name is something that
You know
you
what?
can have input on.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of all my exes on my neck.
Really?
Why not? Fuck it.
What if they're all symbols?
I need closure. I'm gonna get a snake,
closure.
an eagle, a bulldog,
A bulldog.
Definitely
fucking
a viper for that
crocodile.
one.
Oh,
You know, I know exactly what you're talking about. Unbelievable.
God.
Yeah, this is wild. I don't know. Is this a guy-girl thing?
might be.
Maybe.
But that's crazy.
But what's
Oh,
crazy
man.
is if the roles were reversed, Sky would have a fucking aneurysm if her husband wanted to get a tattoo of another chick on his arm.
Just a vagina.
Fuck you.
Best vagina you ever had.
Oh, really?